Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Underrated Movies. I'm your guy, I'm your man, Mr. Alton Henry. Today I'd like to talk to you about another underrated film that you need to check out, which is currently available on HBO Max. From what I discovered, this film I've seen on DVD the first time I watched it, and I could see why, if anybody is interested or may not, especially when I tell you what it is and who stars in it, you might turn the other way. However, I do believe that this is a great, underrated film. But, it's one of those films where Hollywood tries to cash grab based on a true story event, and it's a, unique story. And this is 127 Hours starring James Franco, Kate Mara, directed by Danny Boyle. It's based off the true story of, his name is Aaron Ralston? A everyday average guy, but also loves mountain climbing, who accidentally gets stuck or pinned by a huge boulder that pierces his hand, or he gets stuck. The boulder crushes his hand. He gets stuck for 5 days, but then he tries to resort to drastic measures to stay alive. And this film is pretty much your run location kind of movie, where a good chunk of the film is set in the duration of one location, where in this case, James Franco's character is pinned against in a canyon, and his arm gets stuck, and now he has to try to figure out ways to free himself from being stuck. And I'm gonna tell you straight up, I think this film had one of the most emotional conclusions that I've seen in any film. And I think it's a very emotional film. And the film deals with, well, survival, but also reflecting back on constantly reminding yourself a reason to live. Aaron Ralston, when he gets stuck, constantly uh, has imaginations and reminds himself of ideas of people he met. Because before he gets stuck, he meets two people, two women, and the two of them spend time together climbing on the canyons and trying to just having a good time, being friendly, and possibly maybe foreseeing a romantic relationship that could possibly happen. Which, when he gets stuck, he imagines that, but he imagines possibilities that he might miss, and families and so forth. And the film does a unique job trying to dive into Aaron Ralston's mind and kind of build up this little, I guess, little setup that he puts himself in when he gets stuck and tries to occupy himself. And you kind of see, and the movie's beautifully done, of what goes into this guy's mind and what motivates him to continue to move on. And there's a lot of uh, survival, uh, just moments in this film that I was just really taken aback. The movie's not long; it's like around like 85, I think, close to 90 minutes. I mean, it's not, but for the duration of those of that time, you're constantly finding something new to discover in this film. Yeah, there is a highlight into the film where he does amputate his own arm off to survive, and I won't go into detail, but I can tell you they do build that up to that moment. And when he does, it is, how can I say this? It kind of reminds me of Gerald's Game, where the main character does something to. Yeah, I don't want to spoil that either. It builds up, but I can tell you, when you watch that scene, it does get so intense where you're gonna look away. You're gonna look away. There is a moment in the scene where he does amputate his arm. It is done shockingly beautiful, but amazing and uncomfortable. And I can tell you're gonna look away. You're going to look away. But after that, I love the music. I love how it builds up to him just getting help. And I'm sorry, it's a spoiler, but I mean, if you heard of the story, you know of it. It's about how it happened and seen it. It's a very wonderful film. I could see that this film might turn away a lot of people. I mean, it was nominated, I think, for Best Picture in 2010. Unfortunately, it did not win. But I can tell you this film is probably one of the most underrated survival films that I've seen. It does have a lot of heart, especially towards the end. I think the ending is beautiful. If the film makes me emotional, especially towards the end, makes me emotionally invested of what's happening, and then I literally feel something of that character's journey, I'm gonna. I think it's great. It's a great, wonderful film. I can't remember where I was gonna go with this, but if it makes me feel the character's journey and it feels earned, and to a point where I'm at the point of at the point of tears, I'm telling you, the film succeeds, and it succeeded on this level. I do recommend it, but again, for those who just can't handle gore or amputation and just it will make you uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was hard to look away, and Danny Boyle did a great job making that scene very, very suspenseful. 127 hours. If you do have HBO Max, or Max is called, I think it's available on there. Go and subscribe, or you can rent it on YouTube. But let me know what you think. If you have seen it, comment below. Let me know what you thought about the film, and spread the word. Share this movie, and let me know what is your favorite underrated movie.